still on the run. The search for the Times Square shooter intensifies. Who is now joining the manhunt days later?
It was another cool day, but it's going to be another chilly start. What to expect by morning.
Celebrating black businesses and sharing untold stories of New York. New York Live has the stories of black excellence embedded in BED-STUY. This is News 4 Now for May 11th. I'm Adam Cooperstein. And for 3 days now, the gunman in the Times Square shooting has been on the run. And now U.S. Marshals and state police are joining the search for him.
I think there's a baby down that way.
Newly released video from the body cam worn by NYPD officer Alyssa Vogel shows her wrapping the 4-year-old girl's gunshot wound with a tourniquet and then carrying that child to an ambulance. Investigators say the suspected gunman, Farrakhan Muhammad, tried to shoot his own brother, but missed and hit 3 innocent bystanders instead. The NYPD is now bringing more officers into the area.
I do feel a little bit safer that there's cops everywhere.
Anytime you have more police presence, even just the presence of it is going to be a visible presence. Yeah, I think that's going to be a deterrent, hopefully.
All of the people who got shot are expected to be okay. In fact, that little girl has already been released from the hospital. An off-duty NYPD officer was killed in a crash on the Long Island Expressway. Police are telling us this happened just before 11 p.m. last night near exit 53 in Brentwood. Video from that scene shows the car overturned on the eastbound side. At this point, it's not clear what led up to the crash. And now to some disturbing video out of Queens. It shows how a fender bender turned into a brutal assault. 2 cars collided on 70th Street in Jackson Heights Saturday. Police say that's when one driver got out and demanded payment for the damage to his car. Then you see him punch a man, knocking him to the ground, and then he attacks a second man from the car. Police say the driver stole both victims' cell phones and a wallet and then took off. On the race to vaccinate starting tomorrow, commuters are going to be able to get the vaccine on the go. The MTA opening up pop-up vaccine sites at 8 different subway and commuter rail stations. Anyone who gets the single-dose Johnson & Johnson shot will then get a free Metro card or train ticket. It's one of many perks New York City and the state are now offering to boost vaccination rates. In the city, in fact, you can get free tickets to places like the Aquarium, the Botanical Garden, and the Bronx Zoo.
From this point on, there'll be many, many opportunities to get great prizes when you get vaccinated. We want people to know it's time.
The city also started vaccinating tourists this weekend, and that will continue at popular attractions across the city. A Staten Island family is holding on to hope after a fast-moving fire swept through their home, and their Yorkie mix, who they believed survived the flames, is now missing. Nobody recalls seeing Lola escape. She's an adorable 7-year-old Yorkie Pom mix, and fire crews didn't find her remains in the rubble. The family has now posted signs throughout the New Dorp Beach area. They've searched neighborhoods, they've searched the woods near their home, and neighbors started looking too.
There was about 50 people searching for her the other day. It's amazing the way this whole entire community came together. I mean, people that I don't even know, people I haven't seen in years.
Lola is a comfort dog for Jimenez's father, who's a cancer survivor, so we're really hoping they find her soon. Well, the Chinese rocket that fell harmlessly back to the Earth this weekend caused some moments of panic in Westchester County. While the rocket burned up over the Indian Ocean, some people in Yonkers got an alert, a weird one, on the Ring app called Neighbors. The Post warned that Yonkers was a possible target and that people should find a bomb shelter. Layla Halsey was among those who received that alert and then shared her concerns on social media.
Like, all right, this is actually real. So I called my sister and I'm like, hey, just in case, love you.
A spokesperson for Amazon, which owns Ring, tells News 4, quote, the user post violated our community guidelines and was removed within 3 minutes of being posted. Halsey says she's going to double check alerts posted on social media sites like that in the future. Well, the epic weekly food festival Smorgasburg is back this year in person, and it's adding a new location, the first one ever in New Jersey. The open-air food market filled with foodie favorites is heading to Jersey City at a new spot called Harborside near Exchange Place. It opens May 29th, and the market's going to host 30 vendors, including many from the Garden State. Smorgasburg is going to be open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. every Saturday through October. Well, it's still a bit cooler out there for May right now. Maria, you may even want a warmer jacket for tomorrow, right?
It was another cool day by May standards. Average highs this time of year, we start getting up near 70 degrees. Didn't quite make it. Along with the breezy conditions, definitely felt a little bit cooler. But we'll get some sun in here before the sun sets again today. This time of year, after 8 p.m., it'll be in the upper 50s and still a bit of a breeze. And then by late tonight, temperatures dropping through the low to mid 50s into the 40s. But that wind, definitely brisk for the evening, will begin to die down just a little bit, but enough that by tomorrow morning, you'll want the heavier jacket. We'll see some spots dipping into the 30s again. With that frost advisory that we had during the morning hours, back into the 30s for Sussex, Clinton, Monticello, Poughkeepsie, 41 for the low. Even that 45 in the city will feel cool, 40s for Long Island. And then finally, by the afternoon, getting a little bit closer to average for May.
There's a group out there supporting black-owned businesses in one of Brooklyn's most diverse neighborhoods. New York Live takes us to BED-STUY.
BED-STUY is one of Brooklyn's most culturally diverse neighborhoods, and today we're meeting with a local expert who knows a thing or two about it. First of all, Rondell, not only are you a Brooklyn native, but you are also the Senior Director of Multicultural Content for NYC & Company. Can you tell us what that means and what you do?
Absolutely. So I started with NYC & Company, and my complete objective is to share the black and brown stories of New Yorkers, the things that are important to us, oftentimes untold stories about New York City.
And from what I understand, you're actually going to take us to 2 black-owned businesses today, so let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Rondell, this looks incredible. Where are we?
We are at Grand Cham, so if you speak French, Grand Cham, and this is one of my favorite spots in Bed-Stuy. It serves traditional home-style Haitian food. We have here red snapper, fried plantain, black rice, and Haitian patties.
What I love about New York City and Bed-Stuy in particular is that you see the full representation of the black diaspora. Well, you know I always rep for the Caribbean since I'm of Jamaican heritage, and you are also half Jamaican.
Jamaican and Grenadian, so big up to all the West Indian people.
And I know that you have a whole digital platform dedicated to black travel and diasporic travel. What is it?
That's right. Soul Society 101 is my platform dedicated to black travelers, essentially telling our stories from our perspective and seeing ourselves travel the world and having these beautiful experiences.
Rondell, where are we now?
We are at Brooklyn Tea, one of my favorite spots in Bed-Stuy. Owners Ali and Jamila created this experience for locals to just stop by and start their day. There's over 100 teas here, with half of the herbal blends being created by the owners. So much black history here in terms of activism. It unfolds in a beautiful way, and you know, New York is a walking city. That's the best part about it. So pick an avenue and walk, and you'll just bump into the most magical experiences.
And everybody needs to come down and see how black culture and excellence is embedded into this neighborhood.
Absolutely.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.